Imagine a world where machines think for themselves, where an algorithm can solve problems faster than the human brain, where creativity, strategy, and innovation aren't just human strengths anymore. This is the story of OpenAI, the company that is revolutionizing how we live, work, and think. And it all began with one question: what if we could teach a machine to think? In the mid-2010s, the world was just beginning to glimpse the potential of artificial intelligence. The minds behind OpenAI, Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, and John Schulman, were already thinking years ahead. They weren't just fascinated by AI, they were determined to make it safer, smarter, and open for everyone. But at the time, the field of AI was a battleground. Silicon Valley tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Microsoft were racing to dominate the AI space. Yet, OpenAI had something no one else did: a mission. In a bold statement of intent, OpenAI's founders declared that they would not create AI for profit, but for the benefit of humanity. They set out to ensure that artificial intelligence, particularly the kind that could surpass human intelligence, would be developed transparently and shared responsibly. But as big as their vision was, it faced enormous challenges. How do you create a machine that can learn, reason, and ultimately think like a human? What ethical dilemmas do you face when you give machines the ability to make decisions? Could AI be used for good, or would it be exploited for profit and power? The world was watching and many were skeptical. OpenAI's early efforts were groundbreaking, but they weren't without struggles. The road to building powerful AI wasn't smooth. The team faced failure after failure, iterations that didn't work, models that underperformed, and ethical quandaries that needed to be solved. One of the earliest milestones was GPT-2, a model capable of generating human-like text. It was a success, but also a double-edged sword. The power of GPT-2 raised alarms in the AI community. What would happen if malicious actors got their hands on this technology? Could it be used to manipulate, deceive, or spread misinformation? The OpenAI team was forced to make the difficult decision to initially withhold GPT-2's full release, choosing caution over curiosity. It was a move that spoke volumes about their commitment to AI safety, but it also highlighted the immense responsibility they bore. Then came GPT-3, the model that changed everything. When OpenAI released GPT-3 in 2020, the world was astounded. At 175 billion parameters, GPT-3 was the most powerful language model ever created. Unlike its predecessors, GPT-3 wasn't just an AI that could answer questions or perform simple tasks. It could write poems, generate code, create entire essays, and even engage in deep philosophical debates. The launch of GPT-3 was a turning point in the AI revolution. OpenAI had proven that not only was their vision achievable, but it was game-changing. GPT-3 had the potential to transform industries, from healthcare to entertainment, from customer service to content creation. But with this breakthrough came even greater challenges. The media, the public, and even tech companies began to ask, how far can we push this? What happens when AI becomes so advanced that it can write books, craft marketing strategies, or create art? Could we trust machines with such power? The question wasn't whether OpenAI had succeeded, it was whether they had created a monster. The question wasn't whether OpenAI had succeeded, it was whether they had created a monster. As OpenAI's influence grew, so did the scrutiny. The ethical implications of powerful AI were debated fiercely across the globe. Some saw OpenAI's models as the future, offering unprecedented opportunities for innovation. Others feared the potential for misuse. Could AI replace human creativity? Could it become too powerful? Could it be used for harm? Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, found himself in the hot seat. he had to address these concerns head-on. OpenAI needed to balance innovation with ethical responsibility. How would they prevent the technology from being exploited? How would they ensure it would be used for good, not evil? The team at OpenAI knew the risks and they were committed to navigating them. They chose transparency, accountability, and collaboration over secrecy, forming alliances with other tech giants, governments, and academic institutions to guide the future of AI. As of today, OpenAI continues to lead the way in artificial intelligence. From GPT-3 to the latest advancements in multimodal AI, the company is pushing the boundaries of what machines can do, but the future remains uncertain. What does it mean for humanity when machines begin to think and create on their own? How do we ensure that AI will improve lives instead of destroying them? And most importantly, who gets to control this technology? As OpenAI grows, so does the weight of its responsibility. The team's journey is far from over, and neither is the debate about what AI will mean for the future of the world. The story of OpenAI is one of vision, innovation, and incredible challenges. It's a story of people who risked everything to create a new frontier of technology, one that could change the course of human history. But with great power comes great responsibility. The real question is, what will we do with the power they've given us? If you want to see more stories of the people and companies shaping our world, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Power in Focus.